is Mr. Champlin here. Um, we just have previously learned about some parallelogram theorems and properties. And now, to further prove these theorems and properties, we want to use the coordinate geometry, and we need to use some formulas to show this on like a graph, an XY graph, and using points and line segments. Um, there also, for this video, is a note guided sheet that you can follow along with too if you'd like. All right, so let's look at the first formula. And the first formula I wanted to show you was the distance formula. And if you look right here, the distance formula stands for little d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, looks a little confusing, but let's do an example problem to really get to understand it. And it's not too bad once you do an example problem. So looking at this example problem, it says find the distance between point A, which is 0.97, and point B, which is 3.2. Okay, and here it is on the graph. But the first thing I want to do is assign the points. So I'll do that by, and I'm going to assign A as the x2, y2 values, and B is the x1, y1 values. So now we just have to plug it into the formula, and it's going to look like this. And it's going to look at like d is going to equal, distance is going to equal the square root of 9 minus 3 squared plus 7 minus 2 squared. So you see how I took from A, I subtracted x2 minus x1, and then from for the y values, I did y2 minus, or I'm sorry, y2 minus y1, which is 7 minus 2. Okay, so now looking back at the formula, let's just solve it out. Okay, so for the distance, you're going to get 6 squared plus 5 squared, all under the square root, which equals 36 plus 25. And then your distance, your overall answer, is going to be the square root of 61. And as far as this lesson goes, we only care about leaving the number under the square root. We don't really want any values with decimals or anything. The square root value is good enough for an answer for us. Okay? Hopefully this was informative and helped you out to understand the distance formula. If you have any questions, please ask Mrs. Gloss or I, Mr. Champlin, and feel free to contact us on Google Classroom or email. Guys, have an excellent day, and look forward to the next video.